For fans of Britt Baker, troubling news has surfaced regarding her status with All Elite Wrestling, AEW. Reports suggest that the former top star may be on her way out of the promotion sooner rather than later. In this detailed analysis, we'll unpack the layers of this situation, exploring Baker's history with AEW, the recent developments that have led to her absence from television, and the broader implications for her career and the wrestling industry. Britt Baker has been a cornerstone of AEW since its inception. During the promotion's early years in 2019, 2020, and 2021, particularly during the pandemic era, she was one of AEW's most prominent figures. As one of the faces of the women's division, Baker's charisma, in-ring ability, and promo skills helped elevate her to main event status. She became the AEW Women's World Champion in 2021, a testament to her importance to the company during its formative years. However, her presence on AEW programming has significantly diminished in recent months, raising questions about her future with the promotion. Baker's last televised match occurred on November 11, 2024, when she faced Penelope Ford on AEW Dynamite. Following the match, a stare-down with Serena Deeb hinted at a potential feud between the two. Fans speculated that this moment would kickstart a new storyline for Baker, who had been navigating a stop-and-start push since her return earlier in the year. However, the anticipated feud with Deeb never materialized, and the storyline was quietly dropped. Baker has not appeared on AEW television since, leaving fans and analysts puzzled about her absence. This extended hiatus is not Baker's first. Earlier in 2024, she was sidelined for an extended period due to a combination of creative decisions and a medical issue. She made her return at the Forbidden Door pay-per-view in June 2024, where she began a high-profile feud with Mercedes Moné, formerly Sasha Banks, over the TBS Championship. The program was well received, with Baker and Moné delivering a compelling match at AEW's All-In event in London. Baker put Moné over cleanly, helping to solidify the latter's position as a top star in the women's division. However, following this loss, Baker's momentum stalled, her appearances became sporadic, and her push seemed to lose steam, leading to speculation about her standing within the company. The situation came to a head with a bombshell report from Wade Keller of the Pro Wrestling Torch, which shed light on Baker's precarious position in AEW. According to Keller, there is a growing belief within the promotion that Baker's time with AEW may be nearing its end. She is reportedly in a similar situation to other underutilized talents like Miro, Ray Phoenix, Ricky Starks, and Malachi Black, all of whom are rumored to be waiting out their contracts with an eye toward joining WWE. Unlike Baker, these wrestlers have been explicitly linked to WWE interest, with Phoenix, Starks, and Miro biding their time until their deals expire. Malachi Black, too, is said to have caught WWE's attention, further fueling speculation about a potential exodus of talent from AEW to its competitor. Keller's report goes beyond mere creative stagnation, pointing to deeper issues surrounding Baker's status in AEW. Sources within the company suggest that Baker is widely unpopular in the women's locker room, with some describing her as difficult to work with. This perception is not new. Baker has been at the center of locker room controversies in the past. One notable incident occurred in 2023, when Baker was reportedly involved in a dispute with MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. According to reports, Baker was speaking negatively about MJF to others in the locker room. Alicia Atout, MJF's girlfriend, learned of the comments and informed MJF, who confronted Baker. The confrontation led to Baker receiving a 2 or 3 week suspension from AEW, an event that generated significant buzz within the wrestling community at the time. The MJF incident is just one example of the challenges Baker has faced behind the scenes. Keller's report indicates that her reputation within the AEW locker room has continued to deteriorate. Some sources claim that Baker is fiercely territorial about her role in the company, a trait that has rubbed many of her colleagues the wrong way. This territoriality, combined with her perceived attitude, has reportedly made her a polarizing figure among her peers. One source went so far as to say that no one in the locker room wants Baker to return, though such a statement is likely an exaggeration. Nevertheless, the sentiment underscores the extent of the frustration surrounding her presence in AEW. Adding to the complexity of the situation is Baker's relationship with AEW CEO Tony Khan. According to Keller, Khan is reportedly fed up with Baker, to the point that he has chosen not to feature her on television. This decision is not necessarily permanent. Keller notes that a rash of injuries to the women's roster could prompt Khan to call Baker back as a break-glass option to fill gaps in programming. In such a scenario, Baker would serve as a utility player, stepping in to maintain the division's depth before fading back into the background as other talents are prioritized. However, this stopgap role would be a far cry from the main event status Baker enjoyed in AEW's early years. One rumor that Keller's report explicitly debunks is the idea that Baker's absence is tied to her personal life, specifically her breakup with Adam Cole, another prominent AEW star. While some fans speculated that the split might have created tension within the company, sources confirm that Cole is not influencing Baker's booking, and there is no heat on her related to their relationship. Instead, the issues appear to stem from a combination of creative disagreements, locker room dynamics, and Khan's apparent frustration with her. The broader context of Baker's situation raises questions about her fit within AEW's current model. AEW's creative philosophy prioritizes in-ring performance, with an emphasis on delivering high-quality, often five-star matches. While storytelling is a component of AEW's product, it is primarily conveyed through wrestling rather than promos or character-driven segments. This approach contrasts with WWE's sports entertainment model, which places a premium on charisma, promos, and larger-than-life personas. Baker, with her strong mic skills, compelling character work, and ability to connect with audiences, arguably aligns more closely with WWE's vision than AEW's. This misalignment may explain why Baker's star has dimmed in AEW, while she was a trailblazer for the promotion in its early days, helping to establish the women's division and becoming one of its first breakout stars. The company's priorities have shifted. AEW has invested heavily in building new stars, such as Mercedes Moné, Toni Storm, and Willow Nightingale, while also focusing on younger talent. Baker, despite her past success, has not been positioned as a central figure in this new era. Her feud with Moné, while significant, appears to have been a one-off designed to elevate Moné rather than re-establish Baker as a top star. Given these circumstances, many believe that Baker's future lies outside AEW. If WWE were to express even mild interest, whether through a modest NXT contract or a main roster deal, Baker would likely be wise to consider the opportunity. WWE's emphasis on character-driven storytelling in sports entertainment would play to her strengths, allowing her to showcase her promo skills and larger-than-life persona in a way that AEW's match-focused model does not. Moreover, a fresh start in WWE could help Baker escape the locker room drama and creative frustrations that have plagued her in AEW. That said, Baker's time in AEW should not be understated. The promotion gave her a platform to become a household name in professional wrestling, and she capitalized on that opportunity with undeniable success. Her reign as AEW Women's World Champion and her role in building the women's division were pivotal to the company's growth. However, as AEW evolves, it's clear that Baker's role has diminished, and her current situation suggests that a change of scenery may be necessary. The wrestling industry is no stranger to drama, and Baker's situation bears some resemblance to high school dynamics, where personal conflicts and cliques can shape perceptions. Whether the reports of her unpopularity are accurate or exaggerated remains unclear, and Baker has yet to publicly address the situation. Known for firing back at criticism in the past, she may choose to respond to Keller's report, offering her perspective on the matter. Until then, fans can only speculate about her next move. As the situation unfolds, the wrestling world will be watching closely. Will Baker remain on the sidelines in AEW, waiting for a call that may never come? Or will she take her talents to WWE, where her skills could find a new home? For now, the future of Britt Baker, one of AEW's original stars, hangs in the balance, leaving fans and analysts alike eager to see what comes next.